Okay, so the story of heaven. When you went to heaven, what did you see?
The first thing in heaven that I saw was weather changes.
Mm-hmm.
There's still weather in heaven. Like, you feel so hot. And then all of a sudden, you find yourself praying that the Lord will send the rain.
Mm-hmm.
And I got up and I put my hands in the rain. And I said, send the rain, oh Lord, send the rain.
Mm-hmm.
Send the rain, oh Lord, send the rain. And it came down. And I started seeing it like this a little bit. But then it was on the left side where I'm like, what is this? What is this? And lady says, shh, you're waking the other people. And I said, it's only 6 o'clock. And she says, I know, but what's the matter? What do you want to say? She says, tell me, what do you want to say? And I said, there's golden candy, golden street candy, all over the street.
Mm-hmm.
The whole street was filled with Christmas candy.
Wow.
And over here, it was golden. It was so they could chew it like gum.
Hmm.
And then later, the thing was that they didn't go to that part. They went next door.
Mm-hmm.
And next door had all these jewels. Every one of them had jewels.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, come in, come in. Oh, come in to these people. And they were like taking off their shoes and just fly dancing.
Hmm.
And they were real happy. And I was so happy. And I thought to myself, how on earth can anybody be so happy?
Mm-hmm.
And then the next thing is I was walking on the grass, and it was high grass like a hill, but it wasn't a hill. It was, you know, the energy that you get from walking on a hill.
Mm-hmm.
You get that, but I didn't get to be on the hill. I didn't need it.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, it's there to regain energy.
Hmm.
And I started walking up the hill like this.
Mm-hmm.
And I just stayed walking smooth.
Mm-hmm.
And that was very interesting to me. And the Lord said, I think you could use a bath. And he told me, why don't you go right down there and take a bath? And I said, oh, I would love to have a bath. So I went there, and like this second bath in a day.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided that I would go down there. And as I did, there was a little tiny fish. He wasn't too tiny. No, he's bigger than that. He was about like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he had a big tail. And he was talking to this little girl and telling her to go get in the water. So all that he said took away the fear. And that blessed my heart so much. And so, am I stopping you from something, honey? Okay. And after that, the little fish just smiled. He goes, huh. And I almost wonder, was that Hal?
Oh, the
Was
fish?
it Hal waving? Because it was just, oh, Louie, there you are. Kind of happy. I was so happy because it was so much like Hal.
Oh.
And I thought to myself, how can anybody be more happier? He's so happy. He walks down the street and quotates scriptures enough to be a pastor. And then he gets up and he does this or does that. All the things he enjoyed doing. And he'd sit down and he'd find people who just needed a little help. And he said, "Do you need help?" "Oh, yes." And Hal was right there. And all of heaven is like that.
Everybody's just right there.
Everybody's just right there, just helping people.
And are there many, many souls, or are there just a few souls?
I miss those. But some souls are temporarily.
Some souls are just temporary. Do they get reincarnated? Is that why?
No.
No.
No, they hold their own. But they can't even do that until they are held by Jesus. Jesus refixes them. And then Jesus brings them out. And when they're brought up, they have a whole party of people.
Is that when they leave to go to Earth?
Hal was so returned. I didn't see him come back here. But I seen people go there.
You saw people go to Earth?
To Hal's.
Oh, to Hal.
I saw them pick Hal up like a famous baseball player. And he started crying. He didn't know how to stop crying. And I walked up to him and I said, "Little brother, do you know me?" And all of a sudden he just grabbed me up and jumped on the ground and he said, "Louie! Little Lottie!" And I was like, "Hal, don't have to be so loud. I'm not so loud anymore." He says, "Well, I am when I'm rejoicing." And then he picked up his trombone, he picked up his trumpet, picked up his guitar, and laid them all out in front of me. And he said, "Chloe, I'm sorry it's loud, but I'm not going to be quiet anymore. I'm going to laugh when I want to laugh. I'm going to smile when I want to smile."
Yeah.
And as he did so, he was so happy. And then suddenly I was in Jesus' arms. And Jesus was very, very happy. And I said, "Where did you come from?" He said, "Heaven. We're going to both go to heaven pretty soon. But right now, we've got so much work to do.
Yeah.
Are you willing to help me?" And I said, "Yeah." And all of a sudden, you know how you're like up in an airplane and you look down and here's a whole family of people?
Mm-hmm.
Well, this family was like a whole family. Melody was there, Jim and Melody and Mark,
Mm-hmm.
Donnie and Jim.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, "We gotta hurry, there's not much time left. We may have to pack all of some of them. Some of them are free and they think they're free, but they're not."
Mm-hmm.
And so he did that and he put it all on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "Let's lay out those that are ready. Let's lay them out."
Mm-hmm.
And then he looked at me, he held me again, and said, "Give me a goodbye. You gotta fix those on earth. Go, girl."
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden I was back in the earth.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them had beautiful cross diamonds where they had put them.
Mm-hmm.
And then others just didn't really care.
Mm-hmm.
But God knew what he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew he knew what he was doing.
That's good. I'm gonna end it right